What's up, y'all? What's up, you guys? What's up? Y'all are rolling on Saturday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Just, just keep this our floor. Still freezing. What's up, Jen? Anyone for anyone else? Okay. Hold on. What about now? Am I still freezing? Hold on. I don't know why it's freezing. I don't know why it's freezing. I see y'all comments. Hold on. What's up, Mrs. Edna? Am I freezing for anyone else? Am I still freezing? I need some comments. Am I still freezing? What about now? Am I still freezing? Okay, I'm not freezing anymore. I'm not freezing anymore. I need y'all to give me a complete sentence. Am I freezing? Yes or no? Because all I see is random comments. Okay, I'm not free. Thank y'all so much. Listen, because all I be seeing is yes, yes, no, 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 yes, yes. And I'm like, haps be happening. It doesn't, it don't become it, the comments lag a little bit. Our declaration is just keep going. Just keep going. I'm gonna say it again. Just keep going. Our declaration is just keep going. Like, just keep going. You ever like fighting for something that like it almost hurts to go on? Like anybody ever like felt that way? Like, like God, I'm trying my all, and no matter how much I try, it just seems like I can never like get to that point where like I have whatever it is that I need. Like this was me like a few moments ago. So of course, you guys know with the house. Hey, Miss Allen, you guys know like with the housing situation, it has been back and forth. It has been finally found out the house appraised for like $15,000 less. So I'm like, okay, that's a good thing. The issue for me so far has been like getting my debt to income ratio at a certain percentage. And I have not been like far off the mark, but I had a moment today where it's like I called the banker, because I need to know like I know I'm not going to be closing tomorrow, but I need to know exactly where I am. Like I've done things where I'm like, I've done every single thing that I know how to do. I've done all that y'all have asked me to do, but it's just like, I got a little, I'm like, I need to know where I am, like with this process, because we've been running it through like a digital underwriter just to be sure that I'm good, because if it comes back good for that, 9 times out of 10, it'll come back good, like for the bank. And so we do all the math, and she's like, they needed me to be at like 56%. She's like, with everything, you are at 58%, meaning I have to drop my debt to income ratio 2%. And I'm like, is it really that deep? 2%? Like, is it really that deep? I went from like 60 something to like, 60 to 58. And I'm like, is it really that deep? Like, does 2% really make that much of a difference? Like, I was so frustrated. And so we're brainstorming, we're trying to figure out. And I'm getting upset because I'm like, y'all are asking so much of me, and y'all not even using half of this stuff. Y'all asked for a profit to loss statement, which is basically saying what I have brought in this year. Does that not even count? So it's one of those things where she's like, well, I can see if I can use your income from your profit to loss statement. If we can use that, that will put you way below the mark. That'll put you at like 47%. Right? And then she's like, I've already, saw if I could lower your taxes. It's just, it has been a lot, y'all. And I got to a point where I just wanted to say, you know what? I'm about to throw in the towel on this, because I done did everything y'all want me to do. I don't know what else it is that I can do. You ever been at a point like that where you like, God, now I done gave this thing, like, I've done everything that you required me to do, and it's still not, anybody ever been there? Like, it's still not enough, right? So this was me. And so as I was, just spending time with God, I already knew because God told me, you're not going to close on Friday. Like, but that's okay. You're not going to close on Friday, but that is absolutely like, it is okay. It is absolutely okay. I was cool with that. God had already told me that. I already knew it. And so she's like, best case scenario, we'll close next Friday because you have to, even though everything has been done, they have this stupid law. It's a stupid law. I hate to say that, where I have to wait 3 days and view the appraisal. I'm just like, if y'all don't just leave me alone and just let me go ahead and override these 3 days, she's like, legally, I have to take 3 days. And so I got to a moment where I'm just spending time with God. I'm like, Lord, what do I do? And you want to know God's response to me? It shocked me. He said, I would not have brought you this far for it not to work. A lot of times we are the most tempted to give up right before something shifts. And I understand, like, the journey, like when you're doing all that you can, all that God is asking of you, like, you do get tired. God said, you absolutely get tired. You get tired. You get so tired because you already feel like, I'm giving this thing everything that I've got. How much more do you want from me? Right? It's like, if we really like took another look at like the process, the proximity that we are to like what we're believing God for, like a lot of times what you will see is you are way closer to the promised land than you are to Egyptian bondage. Like, do y'all remember like the children of Israel had a moment? And I believe like the moment that I had was like equivalent of like the moment that they had, where the process gets so demanding that it gets to a point where you just feel like, let me just go back to how it was, God. Anybody ever felt that way? Let me just go back. Let me just go back to how it was. To continue on, it's way more painful than like, going back to where we came from. I think we've all had a moment, right? Where our mindset starts to feel like, I just wish I could just go back, like 86 this entire thing, like delete it. Delete this phase of this process out of I can just go back. Right? Because you start feeling like, well, maybe where I'm coming from wasn't as bad as I thought it was. That was the issue that the children of Israel, my God, that was the issue that like they were having. This had been a long journey for them. It required a lot. Talk about stretch. You want to talk about stretched? They were beyond stretched to the max, which to a certain degree, in my opinion, I believe it's why they were rebelling. Because there gets to a point where you get stretched so much and it feels like it's already too much, and then God stretches you more. Like, you start rebelling against it because you start feeling like, I can't do this anymore. I can't give any more. Like, I can't give you any more than what I've given you. And so you start to rebel against like what God is doing. I believe this was the moment that like the children of Israel were having when they tell Moses, like, listen, we would rather go back to Egyptian bondage than to keep doing this. We can be real. This was how I was feeling earlier. This is probably how some of y'all have been feeling lately. Like, God, like, this is rough. This weight, not even the weight, but the things I have to endure, the requirements of my right now. Like, I would rather go back to where I didn't have to worry about none of this. Where I ain't have to worry about how the bill gonna get paid. When I ain't have to worry about where I'm gonna live. When I ain't have to worry about X, whatever your X, Y, or Z is. Right. We see the children of Israel beyond tired. Like, they tired. They not tired. They tired. You gotta take the R. That's how tired. That's how tired. That's how exhausted they were. They were tired. You know, when you leave, when you leave a letter out, like, you beyond tired is not the word. You tired. You wore out. They were worn out. It had been a long process. It had been a long, exhausting journey. Because I can imagine for them, it felt like we coming already out of oppression. And now this process got us feeling like we even more oppressed. And you want us to keep going? Like, God, let us go back to Egyptian bondage because at least we were not this worn out. And so the Lord told me, he said, I wouldn't have brought you this far to like where you're so close to the percentage that you need. I wouldn't have done this if I were not going to let you get to where you needed to be debt to income ratio wise. I would not have done it. And so pretty much like it's the only thing that I need. If she can add my profit to loss and I sign a statement saying, hey, I understand my mortgage is going to go up in a year because of my taxes, but I'm willing to do that. Like if they allowed me to do that, like it would be easy peasy. So I had a moment. And it's like even God telling me, giving me that encouragement, like I wouldn't have brought you this far because, it gets to a point where you just tired of trying. It's like being in a relationship with somebody that never changes and you've endured abuse, you've endured infidelity, you've endured like negligence, you've endured so much in this relationship. And, because you love them, you still try, but sometimes that person gets to a point where they are all tried out. It's like, listen, I done all I can and you ain't trying. Like, I can't do it no more. They know eventually that person on the receiving end of all of that, negativity, they shut down and they stop trying. And so many of us have that same response to like our processes, the things that we're believing God for. It's like, God, I've been trying, I've been giving my best, and nothing is happening. And so we start to have this internal battle within ourselves where like we want to just, listen, we want to just throw in the white flag and be like, you know what, I just cannot, like I cannot do it anymore. Like, what else you want me to do, God, right? And so it's like in the mix of God like giving me that revelation, he also gave me another revelation too. We've been talking about how God is never late. And it's like the only thing that I could think of was, okay, God, I have a deadline to be out of this place by like May 8th. I got a deadline. Like I had to move May 8th out of this apartment. Doesn't matter if I'm ready, doesn't matter. That is my last day here. Right? And he gave me like the revelation, like, am I not a right on time God? And a lot of times, what right on time means, it means when you need me. I'm there when you need me. In fact, that is what the Bible says. When we're up against hard times, like he don't come through before we need, he comes through right in the nick of time. I need somebody to say that, right in the nick of time. And so, it's like in my mindset, he kind of led me to thinking about that. When it happens, it'll be right on time. Like it'll literally be right on time. And so it's like in that moment and put all the worry aside. And it's like the question that we have to ask ourselves is like, with the children of Israel, it's kind of like y'all done got almost to the promised land and you talking about you want to travel all the way back. Do you know how long that journey was for them? Like for real. Like some of us be feeling like them, but like when you really just sit back and think about like where you are, right? You really want to go back to like life before you started this journey. Like, so you mean to tell me if you've been in this process for a year, believing God for a certain thing, for you really want to like take a whole nother year and go right back to where you started? That's insane. Is it not insane? It is insane, y'all. It's insane. It's insane. And so it's like when God put it to me like that, I knew that what he was saying is see this through. I know you feel like you don't have much left to give, but see this through. See this through. I'm going to say that again. See it through. You didn't overcome all that you overcame to give up. See it through. Y'all want to know somebody that's tired right now? Me. I'm like, listen, I have done everything that y'all want me to do. And y'all still giving me a hard time? 2%? Is it really that big of a deal? Why did y'all? I wanted to ask her, why did y'all want all that other stuff? Why did you want to know how much I've made so far this year? Why did it even matter if y'all are not gonna factor that in? Why does it matter? That's what I wanted to ask that lady. Why it matter? Why did y'all make me do all this if y'all not gonna use it? It's absurd. All right, I digress though. That's how I felt. Like, you wasting my time now. Why you need that document? Do you know what I went through to get you that document? And now you saying you don't know if you are you serious, lady? Y'all better use it. I'ma put a rush. You better put a rush on it because I need to know it. Listen, I wanted to just say, you know what? Forget this. I'm out. Deuces. Expedite it right now. I'm gonna put it. You need to because I have 2 weeks until I have to be out of where I. You need to put a rush on it. It needs to be a best case scenario. Next Friday will be with. It needs to be all of that. And I'm not being like impatient. Okay. Y'all was so frustrated. I'm like, now they have made me get all these extra documents, and you gonna hit me with a you don't know if you better use it. What you mean you don't? You better use it. You better use it. You better add this in. Why did you even need all them other statements if you better add it in? Why does my credit even matter if y'all are not now? Why you even need that? Why you even need that if you ain't going? Are you serious right now? You better use it. And I was gonna be done with it, y'all. Until God hit me with that. I didn't bring you this far to just bring you this far. Period. With a T. Period, Pooh. Hey, Natasha. And it's like, even though I'm sharing my story, like some of y'all feel that way about your situation. God, what else do you want from me? Like some of y'all have like low key asked God, what else you want me to do? I done did everything you done required me to do. Like, I've taken the time out to do X, Y, and Z. Like, and a lot of times the things that God asks of us, it's not easy stuff to do. It's stuff that take a whole lot of time. And so it's like when you know that like you're doing all that you can and you still coming up short, like you be looking up at God like, now what you gonna do? What's up, Lord? What you had me do all that and nothing happened? Are you serious? You serious, Papa? Abba, you serious? You serious? I did X, Y, Z. You know how much it took out. You mean tell me you still want more? I almost told that, listen, y'all better work with me. What you mean? You better work with me. But God is never late. You hear me? Even though when we feel that way, we feel like God is late. We freak out because we feel like God is going to be late. But he's never late. That was what he reminded me of. You got to keep going because I'm going to move right on time. Whew. I'll say that again. You got to keep going because I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do right on time. So until I do it, you keep going. Give me what you got. He don't ask that we give him more than what we got. Give me what you got. Give me what you got. God is saying, just until I move, you keep giving me what you got. Keep obeying. Keep speaking life. Keep having faith. Keep praying. Keep fasting. Because that's what got you so close to it in the first place. So while you thinking your prayers are going unheard, you don't even realize it's in prayer. With every single act of obedience, with every single sacrifice you having to make, with every single ounce of faith that you pouring into this thing, that you getting closer and closer and closer to what God has for you. The Bible says he comes through right on time every single time. Just keep going. I feel the Holy Spirit. Just keep going. Just keep going. That's it. Every time. Not sometimes, not one times, not 10. Listen, even though that made me uneasy, though, oh, y'all preaching, though it tarries, wait for it. Though it tarries, it's going to come and it's going to come right on time. The Bible says that right on time. Though it tarries, it's going to come right on time. Every single time. Talk about consistency. Woo! So yeah, even though that made me uneasy, even though like that upset me, it made no sense at all. Like, and the lady's so sweet. She doing all that she can help me. Like, I really want to like go ahead. I really wanted to step. Like, why did y'all even ask for that if y'all not gonna use that? Why do y'all even want that? Why? Why? Why wasn't my tax returns? Why y'all want that? Why? Why do you want that, lady? Why you want it? Why you want it? Why you want it? Hmm. Just keep going. So in moments like this, the question becomes, what you gonna do, Apostle? I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Yeah. And even though I'm having to wait, I'm still waiting on one loan servicer to let me know that my stuff was approved. So it's like I really don't have a choice but to wait. But Monday, God, this need to be done. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Listen, Saturday or Friday or Saturday, I need to be closing. Even if it's the following, I need to be closing. So that's it. That's it. Wait in peace. Wait in peace. That's the broadcast, y'all. That's the broadcast. That's it. That's it. That is it. That is it. Listen, if you need to sow into it. If you don't feel led to sow, don't sow into it. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. That's it. If you need prayer for anything, if you got a testimony, prayer.thoughts by T at gmail.com is the way to go right now. I just need to get dog food, and I need to get me something to eat, some more chicken. And so that's where the money's going. I need to get some soft dog food, and everything else is, and it makes sense. God had told me, get the last two of your bathroom rugs for your bathroom. So as I'm finding this out, I'm literally in the store buying like my last two bath rugs. And it's like that was done by faith. I'm gonna say that again. That was something that was just truly done by faith. Like, God, even though I hear her saying this, and even though it seems to be like it ain't good enough, I'm almost there, but I'm not quite there. Like, I'm finna buy these. Listen, this little bathroom rug for this toilet, and listen, it's going. It was on sale too, and that's gonna be it. That is literally going to be it. And so that was just what I did. So that's how I stay in faith. I follow God, do what He tells me to do, and you just keep going. So right now, I'm gonna say I'm not really worried about food for me because I'm not really hungry. I need probably around $3 for my dogs. Just I'm gonna get them probably about 2 cans of dog food, about $3. That is my goal, just to get them soft dog food, and that is it. He is a faith booster, absolutely. So that is my right now need right now. That's probably going to be where I go right now, to go ahead and get that so that I can come back home and rest. I need to rest and pray. I'm just gonna be real. Rest and pray. And so that's it, y'all. That is it. And so if you're sowing, that's where it's going to. The goal right now is like $3, and that'll get me what I need. And so the links are there for those of you guys that want to sow seed into this word. To those that just want to sow seed into the goal, I just ask that you label it paid in full. My goal is literally just $3 to get those cans of dog food, and that's literally all I need at the moment. And thank you so much for keeping me uplifted, God. I don't know how I am making it through this. All I can say is, but God, He has been keeping me, because it has been overwhelming. It has been stressful. It has been um every ounce of emotion that like you can feel, like that is how it has been. And so I appreciate those of you guys that do pray for me. I appreciate those of you guys that do understand, like, Apostle, like, really, really being stretched right now. Let me just lift her up. It ain't even about money that you guys sow into this ministry. It's just about, I really appreciate those of you guys that just truly just lift me up, lift up my well-being. And it is not easy. Listen, it is literally not easy. You said a mouthful. It ain't easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. I want to say funds came in. I'm not sure how much came in, but that is it, y'all. I love y'all though. I'm rooting for you guys. And so until next time, y'all.